Welcome back to Chow Time Pods. Your host, Red. I got videos today from Peas World.
Got punched in the face by a bouncer at Ultraviolet Toronto. Wish I was kidding. I was told to stand to the side, and this man very rudely said, "You need to go all the way the fuck down." Like, he was just using it as a power trip.
So he told you didn't fully do it, then he cussed at you to do it, and you just don't take that kind of attitude from men.
And I was just not having it. I was like, sorry, what did you just say to me? Because I have a hard time when men are just talking to me like shit for no reason, and you work for an establishment that we're allegedly gonna pay at. And he was just having a really good time treating me like a piece of shit. I haven't encountered that kind of a toxic, hateful, enjoying talking to someone like they're garbage energy for no reason.
But yet you still think all men are just assholes and predators before even this. But this is the worst you've experienced.
In kind of a long time. And then I was like talking to this girl that was working, because he was working, and I was talking to this girl beside him, and I was like, you need to know that he can't talk to women like that, right? And she's like, I don't give a fuck. Like, she just starts going off. And they're like backing up towards me. And this is a short little girl at Ultraviolet. I don't know who she is, okay? And I don't know what her problem was.
You, it seems.
She punched me in the face. She punched me in the face, and everybody at Ultraviolet seemed to think that that was procedure. And I just want to let you guys know, do not go to Ultraviolet. They think
if everybody around you in line saw you got punched and was just like, I think you might have deserved it.
Ultraviolence. They think violence is custom or okay, or I don't know, but like.
So, if you don't know who this woman is, she's a man-hating feminist. Okay? And
I recognize the face.
when the video started, she said, I got punched in the face by a bouncer. I was expecting it to be a guy.
I also thought it was a guy.
Decked her right in the face. Bing! Here's the thing. Bouncers, they encounter, just picture the environment. A bunch of heathens going into these clubs.
Degenerates.
Whenever. Right? And they got to deal with this shit all night, all weekend. Most of the time, they don't really have it in them to be like super nice, especially if it's like busy and it's packed. Get down. They're just shouting orders. They have to be. They are the muscle. They have to be that way now. Putting hands on someone, that's a bit mad. But this idea that you can't talk to women that way, I don't think it was a you thing.
Yeah.
I know you probably internalized it that way, because, but I don't think it was a you thing, which is why it was just completely normal to them.
I haven't been treated like such garbage.
I'm just crying so hard because I got hurt because I'm a woman.
Ever? I've never been punched in the face before.
Good. Now you should learn.
Like.
And it was by a woman as well.
You could tell it wasn't that bad because she's not bruised or anything. Because if it was a man, I'm sure she would have a black eye.
Oh, man.
I don't know. And I was obviously with people who were trying to stand up for me on my behalf, and like the alleged manager kept saying, "Oh, I'm not going to talk to you. Like, you're just hysterical." And I was like, "Sir, did you ask me my name? Did you say, are you okay?" Like, no.
It's so interesting when women tell these stories. People in general, but obviously we're dealing with women here. Oh, I was just asking him. You were just so calm. You just asked him, "Sir, yeah, sure. Yeah. We really believe you. You were just so calm. You're crying here in this video after it's been how long? But in the moment, you were just asking, like, "Sir, did you ask me for my name?" You were being so calm, and they were just looking at you like you're hysterical because they're just crazy. right? Yeah, that's what we're supposed to believe. You are probably going batshit crazy. Okay,
Yeah.
you just got hit in the face. I don't blame you. But this is lying. This is lying what you're doing. I was just asking him, sir, did you... That's not how you were.
And even then, when you come into an incident, is the first thing you're going to ask, what's your name? Are you okay? No, nobody gives a... You got punched by the bouncer, so the owner is probably assuming you're causing trouble.
Don't do that.
And he just had decided that I was too hysterical to talk to.
Sounds about right.
Because I was crying. And he's like, you're crying. And I'm like, yeah, I just got punched in the face by one of your employees. Potentially, I don't know what they're related, but nobody cared. Nobody at Ultraviolet cared that I got punched in the face. And it's just like...
I'm sorry to keep pausing, but in a club setting, do you know how normal it is? You know how normal it is to have hysterical people, altercations? This is a part of the club life. It's a part of the club scene. Things happen. Fights break out. Again, am I justifying them like poo-pooing your way, shooing your way? No, but it's not surprising. Over that weekend or over that week, however long they're open, there are probably 3, 4, 5 altercations. It's kind of what happens.
So it might have been 3, 4, or 5 that night.
I don't know if this is like what nightlife is or is supposed to be. It's just like...
These bird hands.
The bouncers can punch people? Like, what?
It is funny that it is a woman bouncer that crossed the line and got physical, though.
Oh my god, this is why I don't, like, go out. But, like, what? Ultraviolet, come to the front and explain yourself. Because every single person at the front didn't give up or was, like, very much egging it on. In a way that, like, I have to tell you guys was terrifying.
I'm trying so hard.
Oh, it was so terrifying. I was trying to get into a place. They didn't let me in. They punched me, and then I was just so terrified waiting outside.
Like, I'm trying so hard not to say shout out Ultraviolet, man. Where's that? Where's that?
I need to give them some money.
I might go check it out. I'm trying so hard not to say that.
I don't drink, but Ultraviolet, I'll go buy a drink.
That's immature, okay? And I don't support this. But it is hard. It is really difficult. It is really difficult.
Like, was terrifying. I was not safe.
I love how they make everything feel so dangerous and so violent. Like, oh, she got punched and I was so scared. You could have just left and nothing would have happened. He wasn't pursuing you. She wasn't pursuing you. You weren't getting attacked constantly. It was a punch because you got out of hand.
There, obviously, it's not a safe space to go. And I just have to
for dumb people.
Tell people that because to encourage a bouncer to punch a patron in the face, and literally, you guys, I swear to God, for 1.5 seconds, I was standing somewhere trying to get something out of my bag that they had asked for. And then the guy was like, you guys are in the way, get to the fucking back. And I was like, do you need to be so rude? He was like, talk to my coworker, she's worse than me.
Yeah, she is.
Come to find out, Miss 4'5" was worse than him. And it hurt, you guys. This shit hurts. Okay, I don't know, but nobody there cared.
Somehow it's like still kind of blamed on the male bouncer that men are saying all these things and are being rude, but she really got punched by a woman, but she still seems to mention men constantly.
At all. Like, I've never been so scared for the state of humanity, for the lack of whatever.
Look, I get it. It's emotional. But did you really just say that? You've never been so scared. All the monstrosities happening in the world. You've never been.
Right. There's the Holocaust, the Khmer Rouge, and all this other genocide that happens and still probably happening now in other places. Not as bad as a woman getting punched at a club.
Got decked in the face. That's when you started to worry about him. I'm gonna let it slide. Feminism.
I'm just some fucking bitch, right? Punch me, I guess. Because honestly, like, I never expected her to punch me. When she was like getting aggressive, I was like, what are you gonna do, punch me? And then she did.
You even provoked it. So you were lying this whole time.
What?
The more she tells the story, I'm gonna give you a layout of what I think actually happened. But the more she tells the story, the more slips out.
Right.
You know, it wasn't just this, oh my gosh, she just punched me out of nowhere. You asked for it?
I've never been punched. What? Baby's first punch? What?
Yeah.
Did I do anything back? No.
Well, you would have got destroyed if you attempted.
All the cameras. I would like to see the camera. I would like to see the cameras because I would like to see the people you pay punch me in the face from an up angle. Like, and you guys, what I'm saying is they were getting their shit off. They were getting their shit off. For some reason, everyone who's employed at that front door had an ego trip. One was, I'm going to punch this tall lady. One man was just getting his, like, I don't understand what their gripe was and the chip on their shoulder, but they were taking it out on the patrons and, well, particularly
the patrons or you being rude?
Me tonight. And that's scary. Whatever energy was going on there. Whoa. Whoa, Ultraviolet, Toronto, fix it. That's some insane. That's dangerous. Hey, I got punched in the face. And everyone was like cool with it.
Yeah. Sometimes when people deserve stuff in public, people just look at him like,
I'm like not okay, to be honest. This might be whatever, but I just had to say that. Cause like, what? Cause actually what?
Well, I mean, Drake did say the 6 ain't friendly. You know, so maybe next time watch where you step. Here's the thing. This is what happened. Okay, so she was in some place that she shouldn't have been. The bouncer got loud and aggressive. Hey, get over there. She popped up. She ain't never been spoken to like that. She comes online, you know, she hates on men, but she's never had a man in her face in real life.
Correct.
She's like, huh? She thought it was TikTok. She probably all up in his face. Who do you think? You can't speak to me like that. You can't speak to me like that. She saw the little bouncer. She thought girls,
Yep.
the girly pop.
exactly.
Girls power, okay? She thought, hey, who does he think he's talking to? The little bouncer, she's like, bitch, shut up. If you don't shut up, like, get out of here. Just go back.
The man told you to get your ass back there.
He said, go back. They're both getting aggressive. She's like, what are you gonna do? Punch me? Bing! Straight in her face. She's stunned. Okay, because all she knows is TikTok. That's all she knows, back and forth on TikTok. She tried that back.
This is what Mike Tyson always says, right? You know, like, a lot of people just haven't been punched in the face.
Couple shit in real life. She got decked straight in the nose. On top of that, it was by a woman. She was never expecting that. Which is why she asked for it. What are you gonna do? Hit me? You're not gonna hit me. Yeah. But in the art of fairness, and I'm a very fair person, I feel like I'm very reasonable, I'm very logical, okay? She was the victim. This is unacceptable, okay? Bowser just can't be out here hitting people.
True.
That's not your job. Your job isn't to put hands on people like that. Especially unprompted. If she hit you first, okay. But to just be hitting people like that, this 4'5" demon should probably be fired. This is something that you can use as a lesson in the future. Don't get in the face of people that you don't know. Because people you don't know are very unpredictable. And this isn't online. This is real life. And someone might just punch you in the face.
As a gay man with a lot of girlfriends, the two most common complaints I hear from my single friends is, one, that apps have ruined dating because guys never go up to girls anymore to ask them out, which they think is cool if guys have the confidence to go up to them. And the number 2 thing that they complain about is that it's creepy when guys go up to them.
So on one hand, girls hate dating apps. They hate the swiping. They're exhausted. On the other hand, they think it's creepy if guys approach them in person. So you're probably scratching your head and going, well, Chad, what do I do? What do we do? Take this next piece of advice with a grain of salt. When it comes to dating, you shouldn't be listening to what women say, because what they say is usually counterintuitive. What do you mean you're sick of dating apps, but you don't want men to approach you? That makes no sense.
It never does.
So I don't want you worrying about women. What I want you to worry about is yourself. So if you feel comfortable approaching women, do it. If you want to approach girls at the gym, do it. Let's be real. A lot of men fall into societal norms. For example, the norm is approaching girls at the gym is creepy. Why? Who said that? Society also told men cold approaching women is creepy because they may think you're a stalker or being weird. Says who? Women. I don't think I'm creepy. I don't think I'm weird. So,
bro,
I do it anyway. As long as you're listening to women and society about dating, you'll always be stuck in this pickle where you don't want to do dating apps, but you also can't approach women. So that leaves you dateless every single weekend.
I actually don't think this is bad advice. Do what you want. Do what you want, right? Are you a creep? You know you're not a creep. So if you're approaching a woman, it's not going to be creepy. This is where the problem comes in, though. Women, and referencing the gay guy and his friends, I don't think those women find it creepy when men approach them. I think they find the men approaching them creepy. That's the difference.
Yes. I am on this exact same boat with P on this one. I agree with what he says, but if you just look the way you would look, women just judge it from that.
Those women who will say dating apps are ruining dating, I believe they believe that. They would like the guys they see on the dating app, like the top guys, they would like those guys to approach them. But that's not what happens 9 out of 10 times.
The age range of the kids is way more important, because I'll try to approach ladies that are close to my age. I'll be 50 this year. And once they find out that my youngest is 4, they don't want anything to do with me.
Sir, you are 50 with a 4-year-old. Of course the women are going to bypass you as an option, especially the women who have grown kids. They are not going to start all over with a 4-year-old. And then the younger women who don't have kids, they don't want somebody else's kids. They're not going to do that.
What? Having kids is a detriment to your dating prospects?
So here's the thing, men are really, really quick to tell women, oh, you're getting old, you're out of options, your eggs are drying up, and yada, yada. But look, men can make the same kind of mistakes when they go out and have babies too late in life. And then if that shit don't work out, nobody else is going to be dealing with your baby mama. Because baby...
Are you jealous that you can't have kids later in life like this man can?
Mama drama is not worth the headaches. You're going to be sitting up there at 70 with a 24-year-old. Ain't nobody going to be dealing with that. No, absolutely not. You better go back over there with your baby mama. All right, love y'all, bye. I
have to agree. Okay. What 50-year-old woman, really and truly, wants to be dealing with a man with a toddler? She's been dealt with that, bro. She's in her grandma era. She don't want to deal with no 4-year-old. Listen.
I think P is wrong on this. If she's in her grandma era, then she loves kids and wants a young kid to take care of and be with. That's most of my aunts. I
don't even want to deal with a 4-year-old. I don't even have kids, okay? I just seen my best friend, for example, have kids and seen what he had to do. And I'm like, boy, one day I'm going to have kids, but I am not looking forward to that shit. When I'm 50? I don't know. And then a lot of these women, when their kids were young, they were young and they understand the baby mama, baby daddy drama when it's fresh and all that stuff. That was like 20 years ago for them, though. If you're 50 and you have a 4-year-old, you should be with that woman. I'm sorry to go ahead and tell you that. How are you messing up at 50?
I can somewhat agree on why you messed up at 50.
You messed up at 46. You just picked the wrong woman at 46 to have a baby with. At 46. Nah, I'm sorry.
So I've been on the side of TikTok where the girls have been having the conversation as to whether or not you would be friends with a woman who is constantly cheating on every dude that she dates or is in a relationship with. And I actually was unaware of the fact that the girls hold cheaters so near and dear to their heart as long as they're also women. But I just want to tell y'all from personal experience, as somebody who used to have that mindset like, oh, well, that's my friend regardless. That's my friend regardless. But then I grew up and my frontal lobe fully developed. I want to tell you from personal experience that every single girl back in like my late teens, early 20s that I was friends with that was a habitual cheater, every single one of them did me foul as fuck behind my back at one point or another. They either talked shit about me behind my back, they stole from me, or they full-blown talked to or messed around with the dude that I was with behind my back. And y'all are trying to make it this conversation of like, well, why would I ever care about what a woman does to a man? Why would I ever care about what a woman does to a man? For one, if your entire
Because it shows her character.
Personality revolves around how much you hate men, you are still male-centered. If your personality has just simply shifted from obsessing over trying to get them to love you and pay you attention and validate you and want to be with you, and it's now shifted to obsessing over how much you hate them and making fun of them and ridiculing them 24/7, you are just as insufferable now as you were back when you were obsessed with trying to get them to like you. But y'all are going on this spiel of like, oh, well, men always stay friends with their cheating ass homeboys. Men always stay friends with their cheating ass homeboys. Yeah, and aren't y'all also always getting up here talking about how men think that their homeboys are really holding it down? Meanwhile, it's the homeboy that'll come around and let you know about all the dirt he be doing. It's the homeboy who be going behind his back trying to talk to you in the DMs. It's the homeboy who's willing to sleep with you behind his best friend's back. Those homeboys, why would you want your friendships to emulate that? Like, y'all were just up here having a conversation about how a lot of men don't have worthwhile friendships with each other half the time. Like how they care so little about one another that they won't even know the most basic of information.
No, stop it. We care a lot about each other, but those basics of information is not necessary for our friendship.
About each other. But now y'all are acting like the friendships that are had between shitty men are the standard that we should all be aspiring to. I don't get it. I don't get it. Why would you ever want to have the same moral compass as the men you claim to look down on?
True. 100%.
This is a question that I've been asking, okay? A lot of these women have the mindset of, yeah, I'm just as bad as the men that I don't like. Yeah. Every bad thing I do, I can justify it by saying, but men do it as well. The men that I don't like do it, therefore I'm gonna do it. And it's like, well, that doesn't make sense. You don't like those men. Why are you trying to be like them?
Do y'all actually hate shitty men, or are y'all low-key jealous of them and want to be just like them? Because that's actually what it's giving. I would never want to have the same moral compass nor make the same decisions as a piece of shit man who cheats on every single woman he comes into contact with. So I don't get how that's supposed to be some big gotcha moment. Untrustworthy people are untrustworthy. Full stop. Doesn't matter if they're a man, doesn't matter if they're a woman. And you see, women, a lot of times we have this bad habit. We have this bad habit of convincing ourselves that we're going to be the one special person in an untrustworthy person's life, and we're going to be the one person that they don't do like that. You know, they do everyone else in their life like that, but they're not going to do me like that. And that is
they do their parents, they do their siblings, and every other person that's been close to them, but they're never going to do it to me.
That's why so many of you get in relationships with men where you know for a fact that they have cheated on every single girl that they've dated before you, and you still somehow convince yourself,
oh, past matters. Shocker.
That they're not going to cheat on you, though. That's how y'all end up in situations where y'all are messing around with a dude behind his girlfriend or wife's back, and then when he finally leaves his partner, or his partner finds out about it and breaks up with him, and then he gets with you, you convince yourself that your relationship is going to be so much different than the relationship he was just in. You're not special. You're not special to these men, and you're also not special to these women. You're going to find yourself in a situation where you wake up one day and your best friend, your bestie boo, has been sleeping with your boyfriend or your husband behind your back. And you're going to want to act surprised and be like, oh my God, I can't believe she would do something like this to me, as though the girl has not shown you time and time again that she is untrustworthy, that she has a low moral compass or no moral compass at all. She has shown you time and time again that she is willing to do anything for a hookup. She is willing to do anything to get what she wants or to be able to mess around with who she wants. You are not so special in these girls' lives that they will not also lie to you, that they will not also betray you. That is not how you be a girl's girl. If I refuse to be in a relationship with a man who cheats, I refuse to be in a friendship with a woman who cheats. Because the inability to exercise even the most minuscule amount of self-control and the inability to be loyal and honest to the people you claim to love the most is a character flaw. And it is a character flaw in both men and women.
Yes.
But y'all have fun though.
Videos like this, unfortunately, will not go viral because it's just too logical, too balanced, okay? She's making too much sense. And here's the thing. Maybe you have a friend who's cheated in the past and he felt so guilty about it, devastated. Him and his partner broke up, or maybe they stayed together. People aren't saying, oh, just stop talking to your friends or just cut your friends off just because of that.
But she did say habitual cheater.
But if you have a friend who habitually cheats, they are habitual cheaters. No self-control, no loyalty. Why would you want to be friends with someone like that? If given the opportunity, they will be disloyal to you. This is a question of morality. Like always,
it's not given the opportunity. As soon as that opportunity presents itself, they're going to.
I say, most people don't really have morals. Cheating isn't bad. If my friend does it, then it's fine. If someone does it to me, it's bad. If someone does it to me and then I cheat back, that's okay. Cheating itself isn't bad, it's just circumstantial. And that's how most people are with most things.
Men nowadays are so insecure about their masculinity, they are now paying $15,000 to go to an alpha male boot camp.
Move forward. Move forward. I'm a man. Forward. I am.
Move I am a man. I am a man. I am a man. Move forward. I am a man. I am a man. Move forward. I am a man.
What is going on?
There.
This is $15,000?
There.
Men, find some good friends. Go to the gym and have some fun. Be men.
This one is called the Unbreakable Man Experience, and they say they can help you reclaim your authentic self. I actually find stuff like this really sad. They're clearly taking financial advantage of vulnerable men. Instead of being bullied for 3 days straight by a bald man with tattoos, they should be in therapy. And if you really want to do something hardcore, life-altering, and challenging, join the military, bro. They will gladly have.
I'm watching this and a part of me is going, is this AI? Is this actually real? But no, there are men out there who would do some nonsense like this.
I mean, people are people. Women do crazy things like this. Men do crazy things like this. People are lost.
You think you could go on a 3-day... If you don't feel like a man... Let me break this down for you idiots that would actually do this shit. You don't feel like you're a man. You think you can go on a 3-day course and become a man? You dummy. You deserve to have your 15,000 taken from you. You deserve it. Because guess what? You do that 3-day course, as soon as you get into a situation that made you not feel like a man, as soon as you get into one of those situations again, the same shit is gonna happen again and you're gonna feel inadequate again. What you need to do, like this guy said, is therapy, or again, like he said, go to the military. Put some actual years in. If you want to make a change, put some actual years in, bro. Yeah, go to the military. What's that? What is it, like a 2-year, 3-year contract? Yeah, go do that. A 3-day course for $15K. You deserve to get your money taken. You're a bitch. I'm a man. What the hell? Why are you about niggas, man? Jesus Christ.
You know, action has consequences. Women just don't really face a lot of consequences for their actions. Like this, to yell at someone, what are you gonna do? Punch me? And then get punched and have the audacity to be upset that you got punched. Yeah, you got what you wanted. That was the consequences of you saying, you're gonna punch me. Please like, subscribe, comment down below. I really appreciate that. And I'll catch you guys next time. Ciao.